You ever get that feeling like something you hear about is just a massive leap forward?
Hmm.
Like all of a sudden the future you imagined is right around the corner.
Right.
That's the feeling I'm getting with this latest news out of China
Yeah.
in the EV space.
I know what you mean.
It's like that groundbreaking feeling we had with some of their AI stuff recently.
Yeah.
BYD.
Build your dreams.
That's them. Build your dreams. They just unveiled this ultra-fast EV charging system.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
It honestly sounds
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, right? Like, we're talking filling your electric car up in, like, the same time as a gas tank.
Really.
5 to 8 minutes, they're saying.
I mean, I read the headline, but
It's insane.
that's got to be...
Think about that for a second.
I'm trying to.
Like, you pull up to a charger,
Yeah.
start scrolling on your phone, and before you even know what's trending,
Wow.
you've got, like, 300 miles of range.
200 miles.
Almost 300.
Yeah.
470 kilometers, if you want to be precise about it.
Okay, yeah. So we're talking...
We're not talking 30, 40 minutes. Like,
No.
Like a...
Like a Tesla Supercharger.
Totally different, yeah.
Completely different experience.
I see what you mean about the future being just around the corner.
It feels close, doesn't it? So for everyone listening, you're probably thinking, okay, so this is cool, but why is this such a big deal?
Yeah, like what are the long-term implications of this?
Exactly. So let's deep dive into this a little bit.
Okay.
Why this BYD thing could be a turning point. And, what kind of ripples it sends through the whole EV world.
Particularly for Tesla.
Especially for Tesla.
Yeah, because they're the ones to beat right now.
Exactly. So first off, the speed, that 5 to 8 minute charge time, that's not just a little bit faster.
No.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Totally different ballgame.
Compared to even the fastest chargers right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, Tesla Superchargers. Right. And I think for a lot of people who are like thinking about making the switch to electric,
Yeah.
this is it.
This is the thing, right?
Because it's not just about
range anxiety.
range anxiety.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's the thought of being stuck somewhere,
Right.
waiting for your car to charge.
Right. Exactly.
That's a huge psychological barrier.
Absolutely.
This is like the instant coffee of car charging.
Love it.
It's quick, it's convenient. Erases a huge roadblock for people.
Totally. And this is just something we take for granted with
Gas cars, yeah.
You're in, you're out, you're done.
Yeah, and the markets, they're not stupid.
Oh, yeah. And they definitely reacted, didn't they?
They reacted big time. Right after BYD makes this announcement,
Tesla stock dips.
Tesla stock dips.
BYD stock, all-time high.
All-time high. I mean, the logic there isn't that hard to follow, is it?
No, not really. I mean, faster charging means...
Quicker EV adoption?
Yeah, and potentially that.
Threatens Tesla's position.
Could threaten Tesla's position. Yeah.
People are more likely to switch if it's easier to charge. And they might not go with Tesla.
Right, exactly, because
other manufacturers.
if other manufacturers can provide
that ultra-fast charging.
That's the key.
And BYD, they didn't just show up yesterday,
No, they've been around a while, haven't they?
They started as a battery manufacturer.
Okay.
Way before they got into EVs.
So they know their batteries.
Oh, they know their batteries.
Really well.
And they know charging systems. Like, these are the core technologies of EVs. And they're not messing around. They get it, like, deep down.
You could almost say they're the EV industry's mad scientists.
I like that.
Constantly tinkering.
Yeah. And when you look at the specs of their flash charging system, they're impressive, like 1 megawatt chargers.
1 megawatt? Wow.
That's 1,000 kilowatts.
Okay.
They're saying 250 miles of range in 5 minutes.
It's a lot of juice.
That is a ton of energy moving really, really fast.
So what's the secret? How are they doing this?
They've developed their own silicon carbide power chips.
Oh, wow.
That can handle these crazy high voltages.
How high are we talking?
Up to 1,500 volts.
1,500, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Higher voltage usually means faster charging.
Faster charging.
More efficient.
More efficient energy transfer.
Less heat.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but 1,500 is a lot.
Now get this.
Okay.
Tesla actually uses BYD's Blade lithium iron phosphate batteries.
Really?
Yeah.
In some of their models.
In some of their models. Talk about an interesting dynamic.
That's fascinating.
The biggest name in EVs using tech from a company that's now passing them.
Yeah, in a crucial area.
In a crucial area like charging speed.
Well, it shows you how complex
the EV supply chain.
The supply chain is.
Really is. And BYD's production numbers.
Oh, yeah.
They're huge. In 2024 alone, they made 4.3 million new energy vehicles.
New energy vehicles, so that's both pure electric
And
and
plug-in hybrids.
plug-in hybrids, okay.
Which is a huge chunk of their output.
Wow.
That's a 41% increase from the year before.
41%, that's massive growth.
Massive. And then you look at market share in China.
The first part of 2025.
Yeah, for the beginning of 2025.
What are we seeing?
They've got like 27%
27%.
of total new energy vehicle production.
That's a huge chunk.
Huge chunk. And then if you break it down,
Okay.
they're at 18% of the pure battery EV market, but a whopping 56%
56.
of the plug-in hybrid segment.
Wow.
So, yeah,
You can see why.
you can see why Tesla
Tesla might be a little concerned.
might be a little bit concerned, yeah. And this is really smart from BYD because
know.
faster charging,
It gets rid of that.
it tackles those two big worries people have about EVs, right?
Yeah, range anxiety. That's a big one.
Range anxiety.
And then the other one is just like,
Inconvenient.
the hassle.
The hassle of charging.
Yeah, like, I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this.
Especially if you're...
Especially if you're used to just filling up and going,
exactly.
like 5 minutes and you're out.
Yeah, I mean, and look at how much sales have grown
Oh, yeah.
in China. What was it?
40% last year
40%.
for battery and hybrid vehicles.
Yeah, and that's because,
Once you get rid of those barriers, the market expands like crazy.
yeah, like people are ready for this.
They're ready.
But the infrastructure
It's be there.
needs to be there.
So now the big question,
Where does Tesla go from here?
where does Tesla go? BYD's got this 1,000 kilowatt charging system. Tesla's working on their V4 Superchargers.
Their next generation.
Your next generation.
But I thought those were supposed to be really fast too.
500 kilowatts.
500, so
Well,
half of what BYD is doing.
Half of what BYD is already doing. It's literally,
Bringing a knife to a laser fight.
and that's what Tesla's whole business model is built on.
Right, being
Being
good
the top dog in EV tech,
the leader.
the best charging network.
And now BYD is
Now, BYD is right there
right there.
with them, or even a little bit ahead.
So Tesla needs to
You need to.
figure out what their next move is.
Now, before we go crowning BYD the new king, there's a big but.
Oh, there's always a but, isn't there?
Always a but.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Quality. There have been some question marks
About BYD?
about BYD
Okay.
when it comes to the overall quality of their vehicles.
Right, right.
And if you look at that 2024 JD Power China new energy vehicle initial quality study,
Oh boy, that's a mouthful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But their Seal and Song Plus models
Two of their popular models.
didn't do so well.
Oh, so even though their charging tech is
Amazing.
there's still some
lingering
with
questions
reliability.
and build quality. And if that's the case,
Durability long term.
then what's the point of,
That's the point of charging your car in 5 minutes.
yeah, if it's all
It's always in the shop.
in the shop, right?
Right.
So that's something they really need to,
That's their Achilles heel.
yeah, absolutely.
So BYD, they've really shaken things up, haven't they?
No question.
This ultra-fast charging tech,
It's a game changer.
it's a game changer. It addresses a huge problem for EVs.
And it puts a lot of pressure on,
And it puts a lot of pressure on Tesla.
yeah. Tesla's got to be sweating a little bit over this.
And they're not slowing down. They're gaining market share in China. Like, it's a real threat to Tesla's dominance.
And they've always been
They've always been the leaders in
the leader.
the tech, the charging.
Like we're the cool kids.
They were the cool kids.
These.
Now BYD's coming up right behind them.
Right. And maybe they're even cooler now.
And maybe even a little bit cooler.
Who knows?
It's a really exciting time to be watching the EV market right now.
I think the big question is
Is this the beginning of a new era for EVs?
yeah, is this the new standard?
Is this the new standard?
And if it is, what does that mean for
What does that mean for Tesla?
what does that mean for all the other
For all the other players?
players in the market
Is everyone going to have to adapt
to this new reality?
to this new reality? It feels like
Things are changing.
things are changing fast. So for you listening out there, what do you think? What are the long-term implications of this?
Yeah, think about that.
It's definitely something to keep a close eye on.
Absolutely.
That's it for us today. We'll be back next week with another deep dive.
See you then.
Until then, keep those batteries charged.